But hey, welcome to the channel. I have a very interesting video for you today because this does take a lot of real life stuff and that goes hand in hand with Call of Duty and Battlefield. And that would be this 11.5 BCM upper, arrow precision lower pistol that I have. And I'm gonna tell you kind of my thought process around building this 11.5 inch AR pistol. So it's pretty sweet. This is my first AR pistol build and I'm pretty pumped because I put way more thought into building this out than I did my first AR-15. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you, nothing in there. Nothing in here. But by the way, ooh, one of the smoothest BCGs I've ever felt. And I'm gonna run through the separate, each of the accessories, attachments that we have on here. And I'm gonna show you how I set up my rifle in Modern Warfare, just to show you the similarities. I could honestly get pretty close to this exact build, especially because they have the EOTech in Modern Warfare. They have magnifier. Unfortunately, they don't have lights, but maybe they should do some low light type maps. I think that'd be super cool because, having a flashlight on your gun is one of the most important things for target recognition. So I'll talk a little bit about that. I've got the BCM CAG hand stop. Yeah, EOTech magnifier. This is an EXPS 2-0, not night vision mode, but I did like the lower thirds. It's kind of raised a little bit. SB Tactical SBA3 pistol brace. So I'm going to show you some footage real quick of how this looks in game, as close as I can get it. And you'll see that there's a they run the EOTech a little bit more forward for some reason. They run it halfway or almost all the way on the front rail. Obviously that's not recommended. You want to have it on your upper receiver. You don't want to get it out there because these are two separate pieces here. And so if you put if you put your optic up on the front rail, you can see right here they're two different pieces. This is the receiver, upper receiver, and this is the handguard. There's a little bit of wiggle. There can be a little bit of wiggle there. That's what I'm trying to say. There isn't on this one, but if things loosen up, it can happen. So I see that, they're running it up here. That's fine. It's a video game. But again, I'll show you. So I'm keeping it to 30 rounds, a 30-round mag in game. The hand stop, I got something close enough to it. And yes, I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to hold it for the whole video. But my light is a Streamlight ProTac HLX. Some of the guys in the office, we've been talking about getting mod lights, and that would be pretty cool, but I haven't, it hasn't been a priority yet. And I'm trying to see how long this Streamlight will go before it breaks. It's already having some issues, and so I'll show you the issues right here. And this is no dig on Streamlight. I actually really like Streamlight. My EDC light is a Streamlight, and this thing's never failed me. But also this is pretty new, so maybe that's why. But the pressure pad is having some issues. When I press down lightly on it, it lights up, but really dim here. Really dim. Whereas it should be like this. And I know that's probably not a feature where they have it how hard you're pressing on it. Either way, I'm gonna go till it breaks, which, with how much I plan on using this is new, by the way. Like within the past 2 weeks I've built this, so 2-3 weeks. It's not too old. It's got maybe 2 trips to the range now, and just to do some training, get used to it. What I wanted to touch on when it came to Call of Duty is that you can kind of plan a rifle build in Call of Duty and just see how things look. Now understand, in Call of Duty and Battlefield, the statistics are all crazy. You know, having an EOTech on here doesn't mean you're going to have lower aim down sight speed or all these technical terms for in video games. But what it does do is it allows you to look at the models in game to see just kind of how it's going to look. You know, that's why I also kind of went with the EOTech. I am a big fan of Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and I happen to run the EOTech on those two games a lot. And I know it's battle tested. You know, I'm not worried about the EOTech. There's everyone says there's a battery life issue that, you know, it's not very long, but it's holographic. It's the technology behind it is super cool, and I really like that compared to a reflex sight, especially when I've been running and gunning the last week or two out in the desert. Getting those shots on target while moving was actually really easy with the EOTech because of the reticle. It's parallax free, and so it's not moving around, and so when I'm walking and I'm running and shooting at the same time, it turned out to be really easy with the EOTech. And because my eyes suck, as you can see, I do run a magnifier. And this is a Hollow Sun magnifier that I've had on a previous build, and it lines up perfectly. I'll show some footage of me shooting through that. But I run the EOTech with the magnifier because my eyes do suck, and if I lose my glasses, I can't. The EOTech kind of blurs in a vertical line, but when I pop the magnifier on, I actually see the EOTech reticle perfectly as if I had glasses on. So if my glasses ever get busted in the future, I at least can shoot with my gun. Let me see. I don't want to make this video too long, but I just want to say that video games have had such a positive effect on my decisions when it comes to guns, as I think that must be going on for a lot of other dudes. The reason I even got into guns was because of Call of Duty and Battlefield. It was the perfect gateway for me to try out different guns, not in real life, but just try out to see all the different kinds. Really have a passion for the machinery and the engineering. And also, you know, none of my family members in the past, or like my immediate family or my extended family, had firearms or were into firearms and understood the importance of firearms. And I think video games really pulled me into that, and that's something that I don't think is talked about enough. And I think maybe sometimes it's looked down upon that kids play video games and get into guns, get into understanding what the Second Amendment is about. So if anything, I want to try to explain, or explain in the simplest way that video games aren't really that bad, honestly. Not really that bad. I've learned some really good things from video games, and this being one of them. I know a couple of dudes a couple of guys in the firearm industry, a couple of guys in the firearm industry, I think, understand this, and we're gonna see a big uptick in people who've played video games, played Call of Duty, played Battlefield, and are getting into guns, because that's our age demographic. You know, I'm 27. There's gonna be a lot of kids my age who have done the same thing. So that's where I'm gonna stop. I'll show this to you guys one more time. Try to get the full thing in the camera. And I'm actually going to make another video here in the near future talking about left-handed, wrong-handed shooting, because you may laugh, you may make fun of us wrong-handers, but we have to set up our rifles a different way. And also, I'll show you, well, I'll save it for the next video. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.